Businesses you won't imagine are going to explode. Intro. Welcome to the era of uncertainty, where things are changing faster than ever. If we talk about past happenings, the pandemic has really shaken things up, hasn't it? In this video, we'll explore how these changes are impacting our lives and businesses in the future. Get ready for a fresh perspective on this unique chapter in history and talk about it in some detail. Let's go. Explanation. Before we go into the real concerns, let's step into the time capsule and travel back 1500 years to the Middle Ages. Imagine the scene. A nobleman enjoying his inherited privilege while a skilled craftsman works hard to make a living. Who holds the power? In the past, it was clear that the nobleman had influence. But guess what? The present isn't so different. The game changer? Wealth. Whether in ancient times or today, having money makes a big difference. Let's get into the social tapestry of the Middle Ages, where the nobility, clergy, and peasants shaped the narrative. It's a fascinating exploration of the ongoing struggle between ancestry and the pursuit of success. Maintaining tight social order was thought vital in previous eras. Born noble, living noble, born a peasant, forever a peasant. The concept of upward mobility was essentially an illusion. Your fate was written in the class you were born into, a hard reality. Fast forward to the present, and the story takes an exciting turn. Even from poor beginnings, the path to money and influence is now incredibly accessible. This metamorphosis may be seen in the stories of innumerable self-made millionaires who climbed from nothing to claim their place in society's upper echelons. Consider the United States, where Credit Suisse estimates a whopping 18.6 million millionaires. What's even more fascinating? 80% of them are self-made pioneers, the creators of their own success. Only a small percentage, 20%, inherited their money. The dynamics have changed. Unlike in the Middle Ages, land and titles no longer entirely determine wealth. As the ultimate currency of success in our century, information reigns supreme. The game has changed, and the info race is now the ultimate game changer. The individual armed with greater knowledge and the ability to take decisive action emerges successful in the heated arena of success. It's a simple equation. Even in the midst of global crises, some people succeed simply because they have unique information. What is the key? Understanding and utilizing this approach can help you break into their league. The pressing question now is, where does one find this treasure trove of information? There are lots of trustworthy and doubtful sources out there. Your purpose is to gather objective facts that will serve as a guidepost for your actions. The goal of this video is to provide you with the key knowledge you need to navigate this information landscape. But first, give this YouTube video a thumbs up and leave a comment telling us what video you'd like us to make next. Let us now dissect the fundamental ideas that serve as the foundation for this excellent knowledge. When it comes to business success, it all comes down to meeting a need or want. Meeting a need is critical to success in any business or niche. Understanding and addressing the market's needs illuminates the path to success. In the business world, success is entwined with the resolution of widespread problems, particularly those of crucial relevance. The more serious the situation, the bigger the demand, and the more customers a company draws. People make purchases to suit wishes or requirements, whether it's a movie ticket for enjoyment or a blender to make great milkshakes at home. To understand why the businesses set for growth in the coming year are on this list, you must first understand a fundamental economic principle, the rule of supply and demand. While this idea may have been a snooze fest in school, we're here to condense what may have taken weeks to understand into minutes. So, what exactly is this principle all about? In a word, supply reflects what firms are willing to sell at a given time and price, whereas demand represents what customers are willing to buy at the same time and price. Assume you're a writer who sells your first book for $39, putting you on the supply side. Those prepared to pay that amount for your wonderful book, on the other hand, comprise the demand side. Now comes the tricky part. Imagine a scenario in which the demand for your extraordinary book outnumbers your supply. In response to the tremendous demand and your aim to maximize earnings, you decide to raise the price by $10, and your book suddenly sells out for $49. However, since you raised the price, many people have stopped wanting the book since they now believe it is pricey. Hence, demand has decreased. In business, When demand rises, so does the price, because companies want to make more money. However, when prices and supplies rise, so does demand. Ideally, there should be a balance between demand and supply, and that is the sweet spot that everyone strives for, but it rarely occurs. So, before a company introduces a product, they normally conduct extensive research and testing to determine the best price they can charge while still maintaining a reasonable demand for that specific product. Since the price increase, many people have lost interest in the book because it is now viewed as pricey, resulting in a drop in demand. There is a recurring tendency in the dynamic world of business. As demand rises, so does the price, with corporations striving to increase profits. However, a critical twist happens when both price and supply rise and demand falls. The holy grail of business is striking a precise balance between supply and demand, an elusive sweet spot. Striking this equilibrium is the ultimate goal, yet it is uncommon in the commercial world. Businesses conduct significant research and testing prior to introducing a product to determine the best pricing that maximizes profits while maintaining a solid demand for their offering. It's a delicate balancing act of strategy and market knowledge. Consider the stock market, a humming hub where the value of a stock skyrockets as demand surges, while pricing, demand, and supply all have an impact on stock prices. Understanding this fundamental principle can be game-changing in business decisions. Let's take a closer look at some businesses that are going to explode. 1. Logistics and parcel delivery. Prepare for a massive impact. Valuates believes the logistics sector will reach a staggering $12.2 trillion by 2022. It's the unsung hero of industries, poised to take off but unexpectedly underutilized on YouTube. What is the business model? Delivering items and collecting money for each item shipped. Here's the secret ingredient. Carriers benefit from economies of scale. Consider delivering 100 goods to the same location. The income-to-cost ratio skyrockets in comparison to a single delivery. Clients in this thriving segment range from enterprises that rely on supplies to common people who go on online shopping sprees. Now you might wonder, why is there such a boom? The growth in internet shopping is not a temporary fad. Rather, it represents a tectonic shift. This niche is not only resilient in the face of the pandemic, it is also primed to develop quickly. With customers turning away from traditional retail due to health concerns, online shopping became a lifeline. The choices were simple. Take the hazards of venturing out or stay at home with my trusty internet shopping cart in hand. A world in which the vast majority of people have succumbed to the seduction of internet shopping's sheer convenience and have never looked back. This global movement is altering the retail environment as firms throughout the world close traditional brick-and-mortar locations in favor of the limitless domain of internet servicing. The wonder of being able to get practically anything you want with a few clicks and having it delivered right to your door is nothing short of extraordinary. If you want to break into this market, be prepared for severe competition and the need to know your customers inside and out. Are you dealing with business-to-customer or business-to-business issues? Standing out on the battlefield is no longer an option. It is a requirement. Take a cue from Delta Airlines, who recently launched their game-changing effort, Delta Clean. The tagline says it all, a new standard of airline cleanliness now and always. By incorporating safety as your key selling point, along with quick delivery, you're not simply participating, you're positioned to win, today and in the future. It's not just about delivery, it's about providing excellence in every package to ensure your company rises above the competition. 2. Health and hygiene. A handshake or hug was typical prior to the pandemic, but now safety is the selling point that businesses are using. Consider a restaurant seeking a competitive advantage by emphasizing its dedication to safety and cleanliness. As the unsung hero, you can help by providing cleaning and sanitizing services. To start such a business, you must first understand what businesses seek. Not only cleanliness, but the impression of cleanliness. It is about developing a strategy for reopening the safe and publicizing the new safety measures. Many businesses, particularly tourism, continue to seek this service, creating an untapped opportunity for a problem solver like you. Now, turn your attention to business number 3, that is, social media marketing agencies. Businesses are flocking to the internet in the digital age, and SMMAs have become the go-to for generating sales through online campaigns. While the business is now saturated, the potential is apparent. And the best part? Starting your own business does not require a large investment. So, whether you want to ensure safety or dive into the world of digital marketing, the options are plentiful. It's not just about identifying a market need, it's about being the innovative answer that sets you apart in a crowded field. The corporate world is humming, and it's time to carve out your own space on the ever-changing playing field. Outro. If you're searching for the ultimate mindset and skills to skyrocket your earnings and create a life that's both healthier and happier, look no further than practical wisdom. Don't miss out on all the valuable insights and tips on our channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay in the loop. See you in the next video.